Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to fold a tulip. This is a traditional model. It stands up on its own. It does use 2 sheets of paper, one for the flower and then another sheet for the stem. And I'll be using 6-inch sheets of kami. And we're going to start with the flower. And this one starts with the colored side down. Then we will fold in half along both of the diagonals. So I'm going to bring this top left corner down to meet the bottom right corner. Line those corners up and then crease. And then unfold. Next I'll bring the top right corner down to meet the bottom left corner. And then crease that. Next I'm going to rotate slightly. Then I'll bring this right point down to meet the bottom point. Just line those up at the bottom and then crease. And then turn the model over right to left. And do the same thing on this side, bring that right point down to meet the bottom point. And then crease that. Next, if you pick the model up and look into the bottom here, there's a little pocket. We're going to take this right side over to meet the left side and it will open that pocket up. Just bring those together like this. Then lay the model flat and press everything down firmly. There should be 2 flaps on the right and then 2 flaps on the left. Next, with just 1 flap, we're going to take this right point and bring it up to meet this top point here. So just with 1 flap, bring that up. This edge should lie right along the center line. And crease that. Do the same thing on the left side. Just bring this bottom edge in to lie along the center, again with just 1 flap. Like this. Then turn the model over. And do the same thing on this side. So bring this right point up to that center at the top. And same thing on the left side. Next we're going to make a book fold. So we're going to swing just 1 flap over from the right side to the left side. Just like turning the page of a book. And then turn the model over. And do the same thing on this side, do another book fold. Now there should be 2 flaps on the right and 2 flaps on the left. Next we're going to make a fold that starts at the top, right here at the top in the center, and then it's going to extend down this way. And this edge will swing over towards the center line, except it will go just past the center line. So I'll show you what I mean here. This fold is starting right from that top point there. Swing it over just past the center line, just about this much. I'll show you a little closer. See the center line right there? It's just past that center line. Then do the same thing on the left side here. Bring it over just barely past that center line. And then we're going to take that flap and tuck it into the pocket. I'm going to take the left side and tuck it into the pocket of the right side. So you'll see there, this right side, you open that pocket up and tuck this right in there. Then it should slide in all the way to the top, and you can press it down firmly and it'll look like this. And then turn the model over and we'll do the same thing on this side. Just make sure that crease starts from that very top center. Swing it over just past that center crease. And the same thing on the left here. Then I'll pick that up and then open the pocket on the right side. And insert the flap into that pocket. Press it all down. Then it should look like this. Now for the next step, I'm going to pick it up and you'll notice on the bottom here there's a small hole. You're going to have to put your lips around that and then blow into the model, and you'll inflate it with air and all the sides should open up. So I'll try to show you that. So once you've inflated it, then you can press down on the bottom here. And it'll push the sides out a little more. Just turn that more into a little square. You don't need to press firmly, but you'll just make very light creases on those, just like this. If anything came apart in that process, just make sure you tuck those flaps back into each other like this. And next you'll see there's 4 different points at the top that we can swing down. We're going to turn these into the petals. So you'll see I'm just grabbing one point here. And you just peel that away from the rest of the model. Just slightly. These petals are done to taste. You can pull them down further if you'd like. But I think it looks good right there. Then do that with the other 3 petals. Just peel it away. Just like this. Now we're all done with the flower. We still just need to make the stem. I'm using another 6-inch sheet of kami. And we'll start with the colored side down again. We're going to fold in half along the diagonal. So I'll bring that top right corner down to meet the bottom left corner. Then increase that. And then unfold. Next we'll bring this bottom edge in to lie along that center crease that we just made. Just line that up there. Make sure it extends all the way down to that corner and crease it through. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Just bring that right edge in to lie along the center crease. Next we're going to do the same thing up here. So we're going to take this top edge and bring it in to lie along the center crease. We'll do the same on the left edge. Like this. Then we're going to bring those edges in again. So with this edge right here, I'll bring that in to lie along the center. And the same thing over here. Then we're going to turn the entire model over. We're going to fold that in half, so we'll bring this tip over to meet the other tip there. Line those 2 points up right at the top and crease all the way through. Next we'll fold the entire model in half along this line. Just crease all the way through everything. Then set it down and make sure you press it all down nice and firm. And next we're going to just peel this flap away. It'll be forming the leaf. So we'll peel that flap away from the stem. You'll see this point right here. You just separate that from the other point. And then pull it down. You can open it a little bit on this side as you do that. Just pull it down. This is done to taste as well. Can bring it down here. You can leave it up like this if you'd like. I'm going to make a big leaf and bring it down all the way like this. Then we're all done with the stem and leaf, so we can grab our flower and that hole that we used to inflate the model earlier. We're going to stick the stem into that hole. Slide that right on down there. If you did that right, it should stand up on its own. And you can kind of move the flower around a little bit to get the balance right. And then we're all done. Now if you liked this video, make sure to subscribe, and thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.